So today is my final day at the beach. I'm leaving here in just a few hours. And I'm honestly feeling kind of down because I feel like I haven't really had time to enjoy myself. It's been hard to enjoy my vacation because I've allowed my ex to ruin my vacation. And it all started with me telling him that I wished he were here. He told me that it was sweet and that he wished he were here with me too. And then throughout the weekend, it just divulged into him telling me he's jealous of my friend who is nice enough to bring me out here and who has been helping me avoid homelessness. He's jealous of someone who is helping me when I am struggling in my life. Meanwhile, my ex won't even do the bare minimum for me and communicate properly or be with me if he's jealous. He had the opportunity to tell me he was jealous over a week ago, and he literally held that information in until I was on vacation to tell me about it. I don't know whether or not he does it on purpose, but the way he does things really messes with my mental health. He said that he was breaking the silence and ending no contact with me after he saw my video where I'm talking about how I wish I weren't alive anymore. I don't want to live anymore. He said that he couldn't handle that he contributed to that pain. Yet he came back into my life to tell me how he doesn't want me, how I'm toxic for him, but he's jealous. I got called messy for trying to communicate and wanting to be heard. He implied that I'm untrustworthy when he doesn't even know my situation. He just knows whatever story he tells himself. He kept trying to prove to me that he wasn't a liar, but he never really sent me the things that would prove that he wasn't a liar. He just sent me stuff that would support his story without telling the full story. Telling me he saw screenshots, but he won't show me the screenshots. He'll just show the screenshots of his ex being mean to him, is what he said. Before I went no contact with him, I quite literally called him a narcissist. After he had said some things to try to bring me down, I had a moment where I snapped. And you know, the last couple of weeks when we've been being nice, I've been apologizing for what I said. I have been telling him that I misunderstood after he implied that one of his friends stopped talking to me because of something I posted on Facebook, when literally the shit that I post on Facebook is all motivational. And he had literally accused me of talking shit about him to my friends, but I wasn't doing that. Meanwhile, you know, a mutual friend of ours literally blocked me on everything. So makes me wonder, was he talking shit about me and now he's trying to make it seem like it was all her? None of it makes sense. After the last week and a half, particularly the last couple of hours, like the last 12 hours or so, I have been questioning a lot of things. He always skirts around what he wants to say and talks in these really manipulative, emotionally charged, like passive aggressive ways. And then when I call him out on it, I'm the bad guy. I'm just attacking him for calling him out on his own behavior. Here, I have been blaming myself, saying that it's accountability, when I'm literally being gaslit into believing that I am the problem for wanting communication and for having emotions, and being upset that I'm being told I'm toxic and messy because I want communication. Someone literally telling me that they're still in love with me, but they won't be with me. They don't want to be with me. Expecting me to hear out how he feels, but he won't hear out how I feel. Expecting me to listen to his perspective, but won't listen to my perspective. I should have never responded to him. I was ignorant to believe that he cared about me enough to actually want to work on things or to change. I can't change the story he tells himself about me. He believes I'm the problem, that I'm toxic. I kept telling him that it doesn't have to be that way. It's a choice, but he just keeps reiterating how we're toxic for each other. He doesn't want it to be any other way. I don't even know if he is aware of what he does, because based on what he's told me, like, there's a history of this with all of his exes. I don't know if he's self-aware enough to know that. I don't think he has met himself deep enough to see that he is the common denominator in everything. I said something to him last night and he's like, this isn't the first time I've been in this position and heard that from somebody. I wonder why you're hearing it. And don't get me wrong, like, I have fallen into patterns too. Going after emotionally unavailable men, begging for someone to love me when they clearly do not. I keep telling myself that I don't need the outside validation from others, but you know, humans, it's hardwired in our DNA to seek connection and validation from others. You know, we are social creatures. We crave love and community, and there is nothing wrong with me for that. My ex would literally tell me about how when I was first trying to get my YouTube going, I deleted everything because he made me feel so uncomfortable about it and made me feel so unworthy, because he kept telling me he knows how people are, people don't care. That's a projection. That's just how he is. He doesn't care, so he's projecting it onto others. He told me that people are unreliable, and that's why he doesn't open up to others. That's a projection. He thinks other people are unreliable because he's unreliable. Literally telling me that he's jealous, but he doesn't want to be with me. Treating me like a possession, but he won't even do the bare minimum for me. And then, you know, last night, after I'm already in this horrible mental state, I literally posted to my social medias asking people to tell me they care about me, because I really needed it in the moment, because I was not doing well mentally. And he takes the opportunity to message me and tell me again that he cares about me, he loves me, he wishes he could be with me. All of this bullshit, stringing me along, manipulating my emotions even further. And then he brings up how I made a TikTok where I mentioned how he used to stalk people, because he told me that he used to stalk people, and how I suspected he was watching me, and how he accused me of betraying him. And I had put a little thing at the end of my video saying that I hope the people that are watching me enjoy watching me grow and glow without them. And last night, he took the opportunity while I was down to bring up that video, tell me how I was talking bad about him for talking about what he did, and how I was intuitively picking up on the fact that he was watching me, beating me even further when I'm down. It's literally all about his ego. He expects me to not talk about what he put me through. He expects me to not talk about how I feel about anything. I had given up on my dreams when I was in that relationship. I had started this Instagram page where I was taking photos of people, and I was wanting to do kind of like a Humans of New York, soft white underbelly type deal. And, you know, I met him at Halloween. He said that he would help me pass out stickers. That's another thing. He told me recently that I really had to press people to give out your stickers. I don't want to make you feel bad, but I had to try really hard. It was hard to get people to take them. I don't believe that. That's your perception. You didn't believe in me, so you believed it was difficult to just pass out stickers to people. You know, I was passing out stickers all weekend and didn't have a single issue with it. I intuitively picked up that he was stalking my social media, that he was watching my shit, and, you know, he comes back into my life when he sees that I'm down because he can't handle the fact that he contributed to it. It's literally all about his fragile ego. He didn't actually care about how I felt about anything. He didn't actually care about what I was going through, because he came back with a bullshit apology, and it's the exact same consistent pattern of behavior all over again, making me feel like I am unworthy. I should have never let him back in. I broke my heart all over again. If you go no contact with your ex, it's for a reason. Let them stay no contact. I literally fell for another trauma bond. That's the word that triggered him. Trauma bond, love bombing, yet that's exactly what it was. Showering me with gifts, telling me how much he means to me, and then as soon as he has me, as soon as we're dating, it's a complete 180, a completely different person. But then I am the problem for reacting to it. I am the problem for having an emotional response to being mistreated. That's okay. He can believe whatever he wants to believe about me. Whatever to protect that scared inner child that refuses to heal, that he believes he's healed, but clearly hasn't. People can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves, and some people aren't ready to come out of their comfort zone, if they're ever ready to come out of their comfort zone. A lot of people say they want to evolve and grow, but they really don't, because they don't want to put in the work that's required to do those things. And I am tired of unraveling my own healing for people that refuse to put in the work on themselves. I'm tired of unraveling my healing, trying to love people that do not want to be loved. And I'm tired of having my energy siphoned from me. I gave away so much of my energy this weekend. Couldn't even enjoy my vacation. Ruined my vacation for my friend too. Someone just trying to do something nice to me, and then it just turns into this because of someone else's fears and insecurities. It's ridiculous. I just wanted to vent because it gets lonely talking to my journal sometimes. And I'm sorry if you can relate. You deserve a love that makes you feel safe and worthy and valid. There's nothing wrong with you for wanting love and connection and communication. You are worthy and deserving of all of those things, just as I am. We just got to stop giving it away to the wrong people. Stop trying to hold on to places where you don't belong, where you're not wanted. It just sucks because I didn't want this to be another painful lesson. I wanted it to be a lesson in love. Loving and trusting another person, not loving and trusting myself more. I lost myself. Now I got to repair my heart once again. I just got to have faith that it'll all be okay one day, and the universe is removing what's not good for me to make way for better things. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. I love you so much.